Guess what, guys? We have a massive haul. Okay, so I made a video about a week ago now where I was doing a huge subscriber haul with a bunch of things that my subscribers had sold to me via Instagram or whatever, and they had arrived, so we looked at what we got. Well, this time, a couple more people reached out, and sure enough, we have a bunch more stuff. I picked up 3 boxes in total here. 2 of them are from one subscriber, and another one is from another. We have a whole bunch of things ranging from, I think there's plenty of video games, lots to go around in that category, as well as some vintage toys, all the way over to possibly some clothing, some other stuff. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff to look at, so let's go ahead and just take a look. Before we jump into it though, really quickly, I just want to say if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to go down below and hit the subscribe button so you never miss more videos like these. I shoot tons of different things, including these kind of videos, but also just listing things on eBay, some Instagram stuff, Shopify stuff, all that kind of stuff. So if it sounds like something that interests you, please consider subscribing and liking the video. But with that said, let's not waste a second. Let's go take a look at the boxes that we received in the mail, and we're gonna pop these guys open and see what the heck we're dealing with. I should also mention that I have started working through a lot of the other packages that we got last time, so we are on track to continue to list all this stuff over the next month or so. Plus, Value Villages are opening soon, so I want to start making some more room. So I'm definitely going to work quickly to get through all this stuff. However, I'm not too concerned. We're still looking good in terms of our inventory moving, and we've gotten a bunch of stuff listed over the last couple weeks, so we're looking good, and I'm happy about the listing progress that we're making. All right, let's take a look at what we got. All right, guys, so here's a look currently at the receiving shelf. This is all the sort of stuff that we had talked about in the organization video. That was a box I received and we looked at last week. But over here is where the gold is, or at least the stuff that we're going to be looking at today. We've got 2 boxes from the one seller here. I think these are all video game related. And then 1 box here full of some random stuff. Let's go ahead and bring them on over the table and let's take a look what we got. Okay, guys, so here we are. We got box number 1 right ahead of us here, and I believe this is going to be some PS2 stuff that I got about a week ago now, I suppose. A lot of this stuff, and this was mentioned, is from a smoking environment, so a lot of it has a smell. I'm going to be coming out with a video here in the next few weeks that kind of goes through this box and how we're going to deal with getting rid of that smell. That being said, we got a really good deal on the stuff, so hopefully it will be good and worth the money, but I'm thinking it will be. There's some valuable stuff in here, I believe. Again, haven't really taken a look. I thought it was all PS2 for the most part. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me go ahead here and take this stuff out though, and we'll take a look. Yeah, actually it does look like there's plenty of PS2 stuff at the bottom there, but here we go. We've got to look at the first few games, and let me actually bring the light over here. There we go, that might help slightly. Anyway, we've got a couple games here right off the bat for the original Xbox. More games for the original Xbox, some good titles, some Star Wars in there. I'm seeing some Sims, so these should be worth some good money. Mortal Kombat. Oh man, I'm looking forward to this lot. We got Guitar Hero right here. We've got a couple PlayStation 3 games, as well as some original Xbox games. I'm smelling it as we go. The Xbox stuff smells good, so this should be fine. But anyway, we've got a couple more sports games in here. NFL Street, that might be worth something. I know the NBA Street games are worth some stuff, especially for the GameCube, PS2. I'm not sure what this one's worth. This is a big box, guys. There's going to be a lot of stuff in it, but it's a lot of good stuff. A couple copies of the original Motorsport. I believe that's going for closer to 10 these days. We've got just a few really good titles in here overall. I believe he did mention that there were some things here worth quite a bit of money, so I'm looking forward to it. And when I say quite a bit, I think upwards in that $20, $30 range on some of these games. I won't know them off the top of my head because I'm not super familiar, especially with original Xbox stuff. Soul Calibur 2, though, I mean, that's a good example of one that could be worth some good money. We've got a couple more in here that all look pretty darn good. Next up, here's the PlayStation 2 stuff. This stuff might have a little bit of a smell to it. Yeah, we're going to have to go through and look at everything here. But again, some good titles right off the bat. I'm liking the Star Wars. The ATV series complete like this could actually be worth some pretty good money. I know we mentioned some of this stuff doesn't have the manual, and if we look, that one actually doesn't have a game in it. Well, let's see here. There we go. That one does not have a manual, so this might be a pile of stuff that doesn't have a manual. Okay, actually, let's start opening up a couple of these PS2 cases, and we do have a slight problem. They are missing games, a few of them. I'm going to look through the lot here and see how many of these actually are missing games, and then we'll determine if we need to contact the seller about this or not. If it's just a few, not a big deal. I understand it happens. But let me go ahead here and look through a couple of them. So here's a stack here, just went through them. They all do have the game, so that looks good. And this is another good stack of some pretty good titles. We've got a Lego Star Wars game here, and a Transformers game, which I'm not sure if that one is worth money or not. I know there's some that are worth some money. Also an Ultimate Ninja game here. Got another good pile here, Rock Band game. Those tend to sell quick for me. Sean Palmer's snowboard game, not sure if that one's worth anything, but Ultimate Ninja 4, I'm not sure if I've seen that one too often, but that one might be worth something. Just a couple more good games here. What's this one? Horses, yeah, so it's probably not worth too much, but there we go. Got a Lord of the Rings game, another Need for Speed game, and a motocross game with some writing on it. Again, there's going to be some cleaning here, there's going to be some work, and I know that. That's why we got these for a pretty good price. We're going to put the work in. It's actually going to make for a really fun video, I'm hoping, but yeah, we are going to have to put some work into these ones. A couple more games here, not too familiar. Oh, this is actually an original Transformers game, right? Yeah, I was going to say. A couple games, by the way, in these dark cases without a label on them were Burnout 3 and Dragon Ball Z. Also got a couple Xbox demo games. I haven't actually sold these too much in the past. I may have sold a couple of them. I'm not sure if they're worth anything at all.
but we could definitely look them up and see. This is one of those lots, guys, that just keeps giving. It's got a whole bunch and a whole bunch of games in them. I know that you guys can't necessarily see the box either, but not unlike the Xbox 360 lot, this is another very well-packed lot, which I'm very happy to see. Bunch of sports games here for the PS2. I'm getting a slight smell of that smoking environment, but I don't think it's as bad as it was made out to be. Nevertheless, we're going to still inspect all the games and clean the ones that need the cleaning. But here we go. We've got a couple more sports games in here. I will likely end up bundling a bunch of these. That being said, though, I was looking at some of the Maddens I listed the other day, and they're actually worth some okay money. Like, they're worth like $5 or $6 these days. Not to mention I've been selling a few, so they might be worth looking through, but for the most part, they will probably end up getting bundled. I'm not sure. Mountain Bike Adrenaline. I haven't seen that game before. NHL 2K7, Buzz Jr. Yeah, a couple good ones. Smugglers Run. I think I may have had that one before, but I can't remember. I love it, guys, when I run into games I haven't seen before, because mainly it could mean that they're worth some money, because they're usually a little bit more rare if I haven't seen them, but also it's just kind of interesting, because I do see plenty and plenty of the same stuff, like Guitar Hero 3. How many of those have I seen over the years? Oh my gosh. Even some of these PS2 games, like, you know, the sports games I've seen a million times each. What is this? A Scorpion King, for example. That one... it's hard to say. I have seen a lot, but that one might be one that I haven't seen. Underground, of course, I have Cabela's. I've seen all of them. But yeah, overall, oh, there's actually a Crash in there. I didn't see that. Crash, Bandicoot, of course, the Wraith of Cortex. Okay, interesting. I was never really a Crash fan growing up, but I do know that they are worth some good money, so there we go. Okay, we got a whole other stack here. I don't see anything particularly too good in this stack, although we do have Hot Shots Golf 3, which I think is, that might not be one of the valuable ones. I have trouble remembering those ones. LA Rush, some that I'm not familiar with here, so I might be wrong on that, but overall, some good games. Finally, a couple more white titles, I like to say, because they obviously have the white labels and usually represent sports games or some of the more less valuable games in there. MotoGP, though, might be worth something. What is this? This is World Rally Championship. Again, not familiar with that game. Lego Indiana Jones, though, I believe that one's worth a little bit now, and World Champ Poker, which is not, but nevertheless, a good stack. Okay, so that concludes the actual box here, and I've got stuff all over the table at this point. By the way, really quickly, I just went through all the games to check if they were in the cases, and these were the only 4 without games in them. So totally cool. I understand things get by or slip by or whatever, so you don't owe me anything for that. If you are watching this, the person that sold me this lot, totally cool. I totally get it, and they all do have games, and they all look like they're great, so totally cool. I've gotten that question before, actually, like, what would I do if I got an eBay lot where a lot of the games or some of them didn't have the games in them? Oftentimes in eBay lots, if it's just a few of them, not a problem at all. Especially when I'm buying 200, 300, 400 games. I understand they don't always check through all of them, or maybe some of them slip through, which is fine. And often it doesn't affect the margin or anything there. In terms of if it was like, you know, half of the lot or something ridiculous, obviously I would bring it up. But in this case, you know, it's an untested lot. It's, you know, a messy lot. It's totally expected. So there we go. All right, guys. So I'm not sure if you can see, but that's the total from the first lot. A lot of PS2 stuff, which is what I remembered it being. And there was some Xbox stuff in there as well. So there we go. I can definitely smell the scent just sort of in the background, which is, you know, why we will have to go through and clean a lot of these games. It smells like it's coming from the PS2 games. So they have been in a smoking environment, which means that they will require a little bit more work. But overall, a really great lot here, and I'm very happy with it. Let's move on to box number 2. Let's take a break from the video games for a second and move on to this big box, which I'm already kind of peeking through, and I'm seeing some stuff. This is supposed to be some video games, some vintage toys, some other things of that nature. I bought it off somebody that reached out, and I believe these were all already listed on eBay from the research that I did, but hopefully we'll be able to kind of relist them and get some better money for them, or maybe not better money, but we'll be able to move them. They were all listed, I don't know, they were like somewhat fair prices, but I think we could probably undercut that. I got these for a really good deal, so hopefully we should be able to make some good money on them. But just note that I believe they all have been sitting on eBay for a little bit, so it's more like a liquidation kind of deal where we just need to, you know, maybe bulk things up differently or lot them up and we should be able to sell them. Video games, though, I imagine should be no problem, and some of the other stuff in here is very interesting, so I want to share it with you guys. The seller also mentioned that they would throw in some things to make it worth my money. Not sure what that means, but let's go ahead here and see what we got in the box. I believe there was quite a bit added to this, so let's go ahead and take a look. And so the box is open, and right off the bat, I'm seeing a lot of stuff. First things first here, a vintage water bottle. I believe it's somewhat vintage. It's an M&M's one, though. It's branded. I think it could be worth something to a collector, so hoping that we can maybe get some money for these. There's also like a Pepsi one back here. Quite a few of these water bottle mugs, I believe, that were included in this lot. We'll do a little bit more research on these kind of things. They might be worth looking up and bundling together, or they might be worth, you know, selling on their own. I'm not sure. This is a Disney one. We we can see the Disney logo there. Interesting. We got a big Hershey's tin here. Inside of there might be a vintage Gatorade bottle. I'm not sure what the age is on this. It actually says 1985 on the bottom. So yeah, that is going to be a vintage Gatorade bottle there. It's in a little bit of rough shape. Not sure if we can get anything for it. I'm kind of thinking that these might just be lotted up together in a big kind of vintage water bottle lot, but I'm not sure yet. I gotta do some research. Hershey's tin again, kind of interesting. Looks like, I'm not sure. Again, I don't deal a lot in vintage things, so I'm not sure exactly what the date is here. It doesn't say. It was made in China, so it probably is not that old, but anyway, there we go. Intellivision stuff, nicely wrapped. I appreciate that. We've got 2 games in here. Looks like we have, what is this here? Night Stalker and whatever this game is. Oh, there it is. Space Armada and Night Stalker. So there we go. These will probably just go with the other Intellivision lot that I have and eventually get sold off with those. But anyway, some really nice condition boxes and probably some good games. This big guy feels heavy. I have not dealt a lot in plushies or stuffed animals. I don't know anything really about Disney. The tag is a little bit off on this guy. I'm not even sure what he's called, but I think he's from Disney, and I might be wrong about that. But he's heavy. I mean, it's like a good figure, I'm guessing. I don't know, maybe $10, $15 there. There's not gonna be a whole lot in the plushies, but maybe we can bundle these up. Yeah, like I see another one immediately. This one's got a tag on it, actually from McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's Presents. That's interesting. I wonder if it's some sort of vintage thing. This is why I had to buy this lot. There was too many different cool, interesting things in here. I just had to go through them here and try them out on eBay, because this is a good experience in terms of, you know, kind of testing some different niches that I'm not as comfortable in. And the plushies keep coming. Again, I believe it's Disney, or is this, oh, this is Looney Tunes, right. Man, you guys are going to get mad at me in the comments, I'm sure, for those. But anyway, I'm not sure if the other ones were. I think that's still Disney. I don't know. But again, should be worth some good money, or we're going to bundle them all up. Like, I believe these were all listed before around that sort of $15, $20 range. They're used. I'm just imagining that we're going to probably just bundle them all. Oh, this one has a book in it. Interesting. Anyway, it might be a little bit of money in those. The reality is, this is a big box and there's lots of stuff in here, luckily. So if some stuff doesn't sell, we're still going to do well, I think. For example, DS game right there. Probably not worth anything, but there we go. And this one also doesn't have a cartridge in it. This is just my luck today, isn't it? We're getting a lot of things here without games or cartridges in it. Not a lot, I suppose, but we'll make sure that the rest of the stuff here has some stuff. For example, I know this one comes with a disc. Also, we have a Lightning McQueen figure in here. I can't remember if this was from the pictures or what, but there is a Lightning McQueen Francesco, something like that, car model in there. Could be worth something, I'm sure. Okay, well, I want to go into the video games here. Again, I'm not even sure if these were mentioned in the lot, so I'm not upset about those being empty at all. I know these were, though, so let's go ahead and take a look here and see what we get. Again, I appreciate the bubble wrap here, keeping things really nice and protected during shipping, and I will also be able to reuse this, so don't worry. Okay, and with that unwrapped, here are the games. First thing, note is that they all look super clean. I haven't looked at the front yet, but they all look like they're in really nice shape. Pulling the elastics off them, I'm hearing games, so we are good here. But there we go, The Last of Us. Got a couple different 360 games. Kung Fu Panda is in the end. Actually, 2 more 360 games. You guys already saw the titles there. But yeah, they look like good titles. Obviously, there's some good Ratchet and Clank things here. Soul Calibur and some Final Fantasy games, all worth a little bit more than your typical PS2 game, which is nice. And they all look to be in really nice shape. So let's look sort of at the video game side of things, I believe. Actually, there's one more video game thing here. This is a Wii Nunchuck. Brand new, sealed. If you guys don't know, actually, I'm not going to spoil anything right now, but there's more to come on these in the future. But anyway, we've got one right here that we're going to be able to sell right away. This is a Cracker Barrel tin. I'm kind of afraid to open it. Oh, never mind. There's stuff in here. Okay, good. Like, well, actually, is Cracker Barrel, that's a restaurant, right? Premium aged cheddar. Yeah, I was hoping not to find any cheese in there. A couple of little things here. Not sure these are TY. I actually have a bunch of TY stuff, so maybe I could lot these up with those, or if they're worth something again, we'll sell them on their own. Cruisin' USA, sold this one before. I think it's a $20 game, so that's pretty good. I'm going to try to speed things up. This is going to be a really long video. Mr. Potato Head. We got a brand new Mr. Potato Head figure. Again, I believe it's vintage, but there we go. Aha! A pair of Nike shoes. They're on the smaller side, but they look to be in nice shape, and I believe they were tennis shoes as listed online. But they should be good. Maybe 20 bucks there, but yeah, we should be able to move those. This is a dish. I'm not going to open these right now for the sake of time, but Premium Plus, it's some sort of dish. Or maybe a mug. It's got a handle on it. It's trademarked to Nabisco. Not sure what company that is or what this might be. There's another one here, actually a little bit of a thicker one. Premium Plus, interesting. Okay, we've also got another sort of glass or mug here. There's actually a couple in there. There's also a small one. The Baskin Robbins ones. I wonder if that's vintage or if it's just like a normal old paper cup. Anyway, interesting. A couple more little figures in here we can see, and then a Disney Pixar brand new in box or package Toy Story character. Did you guys hear that? The thing just started making noise. Okay, I guess it works. That was funny. No, we've got, what is this? This is a clock, actually, I believe, if I remember correctly. I know this is just kind of awkward, me just showing you basically a pile of bubble wrap, but this is the clock. With what looks to be, I'm going to say a Daffy Duck. I don't know. This actually has stuff in it. I'm going to open it. All right, here it is. We're going to open it up here. It says Oreo on it, which is cool. And sure enough, we've got some more stuff in here. Well packed, by the way, using the tins like this. That's very clever. Another brand new Disney thing here from the Disney store. Nice. Not sure who this is. Might be Dumb. Might be Tweedle? Oh boy. These are some things here. These are lights. Apparently they're worth quite a bit. Yeah, they're car bulb lights, I think. I don't know what they are, but yeah, I think that's what they are. Anyway, they're a name brand. They might be worth something, so we'll see. I know you guys probably can't tell, or maybe you can. This table is basically full. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of vinyl. I forgot about this. This was all packed nicely at the bottom. Not sure of the condition. I think I actually asked, and he said it wasn't in great condition. Nevertheless, here, let's take a look. I have never dealt in vinyl before. Never sold any of it. I don't think I've ever actually had it in here. But we've got the one that you love. We've got Culture Club. I'm not sure why I'm saving these or saying the names because I have no idea what they are. This is Disney though. Might be worth something. I have no idea. I don't know how to test these. I don't know how to sell them. I've never shipped them before. This should be interesting. But I'm going to take a try on it, I guess. Let me know down below if you guys ever sold vinyl and what I should be doing with these. I understand they totally might not be worth anything, but they were thrown in here, so nevertheless, there we go. I'm going to just slide these back up in their bubble wrap, keep them nice and safe. So that's it for this box. This stuff will get listed, but not until all the video game stuff is listed that I have in here, so it will take a little bit of time before we get to this box, but this will be a really nice one to sort of leave for almost like a rainy day kind of thing where I'm just sort of bored one afternoon. I can kind of work through this box in one day, so this will be fun. I'm very excited to deal with all this different stuff. It's a little bit overwhelming, but we're going to be able to do it. Okay, I'm going to go try grab the other box. I have no idea how we're going to fit anything more on this table. Okay, I got this one in a couple days ago. This is supposed to be some PS3 stuff, so let's take a look. There's supposed to be a console in here, I know that, and also some additional stuff, I believe. I feel like I got to talk about the packaging, because once again, I mention it a lot on my channel, and we talk about packaging. This is very well packed. You see how there's tape going along each end like this to keep those sealed, as well as tape going this way? When you're shipping some more heavy items, that's the way to go. Very minor thing, but I see people mess it up all the time. In addition to that, this is the same deal as the Xbox 360 lot and the PS2 lot that we just looked at. But again, very well packed on the inside. Multiple layers of bubble wrap, some packing paper in there, very nicely presented. Great job. All right off the bat here, guys, I'm seeing a couple PS3 controllers. They are sealed in this bubble wrap. I'm going to leave them in here because I'm not going to deal with this lot now for a little bit. This is number 3, I think, on the priority list. I'm going to get the PS2 stuff done right after I finish up the 360 stuff, which I'm almost done, actually. But anyway, we've got some PS3 controllers here. No way! There's a PS1 in here. I did not think that he was sending a PS1. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I have not had a PS1 come through in a very long time, actually, for some reason. Mainly because I haven't been going to Value Village. These are the cables. There is what looks to be a complete PS1 in here. There's also a controller here that goes with it. That is awesome. Wow, that's gonna be fun. I can't wait to list this thing and try it out, but that's very cool. That's one of those consoles I really like selling, actually, because it's small, easy to ship. Oftentimes they are pretty sturdy, like they don't break very easily. It's not like sending a 360 where the disc drive falls out and you have something ridiculous. They are great consoles. Not to mention worth some really good money, so that's dope. I didn't know I was getting that. Anyway, moving on here, we've got a PlayStation game, which maybe we could put with the PS1, as well as an NHL game. We've got a Wii game here that I actually don't recognize, which is cool. Trixie in Toyland. I have not seen this one, but maybe that's just my luck. I may have also seen it and just don't remember it, but anyway. Then we've also got Assassin's Creed Rogue here. Got My Littlest Pet Shop, as well as what looks to be a Call of Duty game. Yeah, there's a Black Ops here in one of these really cool cases. I'm sure that makes it worth a little bit more. I haven't actually seen these cases for the PS3. I probably have, actually. I may have. I've definitely seen them for the Xbox all the time. But the PS3 is a little bit more rare that I see these, so that's very cool. And then here we go, some Wii stuff, some PS3 stuff. This stuff smells much nicer than the PS2 stuff behind us. Oh yeah, Black Ops 2, I should mention, that's a good game. For resale, of course, I don't play it. Okay, don't get too angry in the comments. Yeah, I don't play a lot of video games, but I'm sure Black Ops 2 is actually an okay game. I've played it before, but I do not play it anymore, or haven't played it for many years, and I've not really played it too much anyway. Skate 3, though, I have played quite a bit. That's a fun one. We've got Spider-Man, though, GTA 5, a classic. That's one game that I still play to some extent. And then we've got just a really good lineup of PS3 games. I think if I if I was getting a PS3 console back in the day and I was given this bundle of games, I would be very excited to play them all, which means hopefully they'll sell well on eBay. Got a pile of PS3 stuff here as well. Again, another good lineup of games. These are all really good. Another little stack here. I'm not sure, Wraith of the White Witch. I have not seen this one before, I don't think, but otherwise we've got another good lineup of games here. I don't know, Gran Turismo 5, Medal of Honor, NHL 10. Okay, and Airval, you'll know about this. I know you're watching right now, hopefully. But we've been selling old NHL games really well recently. I've sold some copies of NHL 10, NHL 15. This one looks like it may have been attacked by a dog, but that's okay. Even loose, whatever. The NHLs for the PS3 seem to sell for some reason, not sure why. A copy of Black Ops 3. I imagine that could be worth some good money. And then in addition to that, it's getting hard for me to show things because I'm really running out of room on the table now. But we've got more and more PS3 stuff. And even more PS3 stuff, which I think I have upside down. I do, but I can't move it around. So there you go. There's some upside down PS3 stuff. BioShock Infinite, I seem to recall that being a somewhat decent game. Anyway, we've got a whole bunch here. Hopefully they're worth some good money. World at War. I think these are going to be some really good games. I've had really great luck with PS3 stuff in the past, so I'm really looking forward to this lot. Of course, I deal with a lot of PS3 stuff, but this is exciting. This stack right here, it goes a lot higher than what you guys are seeing on the camera. Hopefully it does not fall over. I had to move it to the ground. We're really running out of space. And finally, guys, we have a PS3 console. I know it's wrapped up in bubble wrap, but this is the front of it. It had a little bit of cosmetic damage on the front, but he did let me know that it does work, which is great. We'll be able to bundle a couple games with it, the remote controls that we got, and hopefully be able to sell that for some decent money, but that's awesome. And so unless I was really, really bad at reading my messages, which happens, this was supposed to be the only console that we were supposed to get in this lot. So that PS1 was just additionally thrown in, which is so awesome. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna have some fun testing that and getting that thing listed, as well as all of this other stuff. So this is great, and this was a really good lot. So again, thank you very much to the one who sent me this and to the people who sent me all the other things. That was awesome, and yeah, I mean, I have a lot of work to do, but this is going to be a lot of fun. Alright guys, so now this is a look at the table, and it's a mess. Yeah, we've got stuff everywhere here, and oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? This is going to be fun though, I'm really looking forward to it. I've got a couple weeks here that I can spend hopefully doing all this stuff. We should be able to get all listed relatively quickly. It's actually less than what it looks like, it's just kind of spread out kind of crazy right now. But we should be able to deal with it all. Again, there's some great PS3 stuff, some awesome PS2 stuff, some awesome consoles, and then just some really fun stuff that I just haven't seen before. You know, the water bottles, they might not be worth a lot, but if we bundle them up, you know, they might be $25 there. We might get a couple, you know, bucks here and there for the figures. You know, the games that were included, I don't even know where they are. They're over here in that lot. Should be worth some good money, so that should be some good money there. Overall, we're going to do well on this stuff. For anybody wondering what I'm going to do now with all this stuff here, because there's really no room for me to function, now I just go ahead and I actually had to pack it all back up. You see, I was actually working on testing and still listing the 360 stuff, so I had to move all that stuff just to shoot this video, and now I had to move all this stuff back and put that out here, so it's gonna take me another hour or so here. But that's just the process of making the YouTube videos for you guys. I usually say if I wasn't making these videos, I would just be leaving all the stuff in the box until I'm ready to deal with it, and I would pull off a box as we go. But for now, for the sake of the video, we pulled it all out here, and it does look pretty epic. Anyway, I gotta get back to work with doing the 360 stuff, so we gotta wrap this video up. So guys, with that all said, we are going to end today's video there. That was a massive haul, and they just seem to keep getting bigger, and I also still have some more stuff on the way. Be sure to stick around for more stuff like this in the future, because there will be more. I said at the beginning of this year, I said it very clearly, that we are going to try to build the biggest online video game store on eBay. And that's what we're doing. And you guys see, there's a lot of stuff here. There's also some other stuff, which is great. I'll be able to go ahead and list that on my other sites as well. But we're going for it. That being said, I still have a lot of work to get to, so I better wrap this up. Huge thanks again to any of you guys who sent me this stuff or made the deals with me. That's awesome. If you're interested in making deals with me in the future, be sure to hit me up on Instagram in the DMs or whatever, and send me a pic of what you got, and I might be interested in buying it. With that said, I'm going to end today's video here. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to comment down below any of your thoughts or comments about this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys all in the next video.